is over $4 national average. That's the bad news. The good news is our surplus of natural gas continues to expand, which is good news when you're looking at it. Look, it might be July, but it won't be that long before the weather turns cold and fall comes. And natural gas is what keeps this country warm and powered. And it's good news because we have more than anybody else. Larry Behrens is energy expert, spokesman for energy advocacy group Power the Future. Larry, good morning.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm well. You know, it's funny to sit here. Last week in D.C., it was 100 degrees, and so talking about winter seems a little bit early. But the fact of the matter is, talking about natural gas and American energy is always a good idea because, look, we're doing better now every day. More oil, more natural gas, more opportunities to control our own energy future. And that's really important, Larry, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And yeah, natural gas heats about 50 million or more American homes in the winter. And it doesn't just jump out of the ground and head to your furnace instantly when you need it the first night in December when you turn on that furnace. But another important aspect of it, and something that we're feeling right now, it's also the leading electricity producer in places along the East Coast. And yes, even in New York. And so what is also keeping your air conditioning going is natural gas. So the fact is, when we see massive heat spikes like we've seen the last couple of weeks, it is summer, we use a lot of natural gas, but we're also storing more. We're about 5% ahead of what is the 5-year average. And so we're storing more at this point than we usually do. We're exporting more than we ever have before. And there is a chance that natural gas could actually be a little cheaper coming up in this winter.
Wouldn't that be something? Because right now, I'm just looking at the numbers here. As of the 3rd of July, a couple weeks ago, we had 185 billion cubic feet, a surplus of 6.6%. We're above the 5-year average by 185 billion cubic feet. The forecast is that it's going to grow. We're producing a new record, over 111 billion cubic feet per day, up from 107 billion cubic feet a year ago. All the numbers are good. Plus, we have the ability to export natural gas to places like Europe, so they're not beholden to Russian gas, which can be volatile, to say the least, right?
Absolutely. It's one of those things that I just cringe whenever I see someone from the European Union try to talk down to the United States when it comes to energy. They spend more money last year on Vladimir Putin's energy than they did in aid to Ukraine. So when they say to the United States, you should be doing more, it's like, well, how about you guys just stop giving Vladimir Putin billions of euros a year? Let's start with that, and they can buy our natural gas. Thankfully, that is starting to shift, and they are buying more and more of ours. We are, I think, 26% of the entire liquefied natural gas export market in the world, by far the biggest leader. And a lot of that is heading to Europe so that they can also stay warm this winter. But we have to go back.
Let me ask you about something else here, Larry, because during the Biden administration, pipelines were being shut down. The Northeast has a ban on pipelines in some areas. Boy, is that costing the consumers there a ton. Is there a more pipeline-friendly environment right now to get some of these projects pushed forward? Because, look, it is safer to move energy by pipeline than it is by highway. I mean, that's just the simple math. Safer to move it by pipeline than it is by tanker trucks. So is there a more friendly environment right now? Are we making some progress?
We are. The hard part of that is, you're absolutely right. There's no more friendly regulatory environment right now. Washington understands that not only do we need to drill, but we need to transport and move the energy around the country. That's part of the reason we see a difference in gas prices. Taxes is the other. But in order to get that done, we're talking, these are not projects that can be done in just one president's term. And so as we saw with Keystone XL, you can spend decades trying to build it, getting all the permitting reform and everything, and then one unfriendly president comes in and pulls the rug out from under you. So they need some stability in that area that is longer sometimes than a presidential term. But you're absolutely right. Right now is the time. If they can get it done while President Trump is still in office, they are moving to get it done.
Yeah. Obviously, it takes... They're long projects. I think the permitting processes for a lot of things in government are far too long. You would agree with me on that. And the Trump administration trying to curb them back. But, of course, every step of the way, those on the left, those that are anti-energy, which is a lot of the people on the left, they take the game to courtrooms. And that's what slows everything down. Litigation creates problems, and litigation creates expense. And litigation means that some companies just don't invest in the infrastructure because they're like, well, if we do that, we're going to end up in court and it's going to cost us all this money. So that is also a problem, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And it didn't used to be that way, right? If you look at the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, which brings oil from Alaska down to the United States, I believe that was built in less than a year, maybe a matter of even 6 months. And that was in the quick post-World War II area when we decided, you know what, we're going to let common sense rule. And that is infrastructure that we're still benefiting from today. You try to do the same thing today, try to give, even a tenth of the distance of the Alaska Pipeline today. You're going to be met with lawsuits. You're going to be met with, state governors who could be unfriendly depending on where it is. There's a whole lot of obstacles, and it doesn't need to be done because it just gets in the way of common sense, drives up prices, and makes us less secure.
I've been there, by the way. I've been to the pipeline north of Fairbanks. Been operating since 1973. It really is a work of art. They fly it twice a day, every day with helicopters. They've never, folks, had a leak on the Alaskan pipeline since 1973. It's an important thing to know. I've stood there. It's clean, it's well-maintained, and it's in pristine condition after all these years. Larry, good to see you here today. Really appreciate you talking to us. Natural gas powering our future for many years to come. Thank you.
Stay cool, stay warm.
Yeah, stay warm, stay cool, stay with natural gas. And look, no, he's not a paid sponsor. He's just here. Natural gas is an American thing. And I think it's good for all of us.